So now I always ask every artist that come across the platform if I say between the two, the lyrics and the beat, which one is the most impactful for you?
I'll say the beat, because I'm real particular about what beats I probably might use, and then choosing what to say. Most of the time, I got some poems that I turn into songs that are made without a beat, but then there's also some songs to where I write specifically to the beat. So it's like I already know what to say and what I'm going to talk about, but it's more so just finding the right beat to kind of just smooth it on out, and just add that little right there to it.
Survived it. What are you doing now? If you survived it, that means no matter what comes your way, you're gonna overcome it. You're gonna overcome it. As a child, I didn't know exactly what it meant to have a peace of mind. I didn't know exactly what it meant to have faith of a mustard seed. But when you start going through things in your life, and the storms get to raging, you start understanding just what mama said, just what your parents try to tell you. You understand all of that. And in this lifetime right now, a peace of mind is the best thing you can ever have. Especially when you went through this and you went through that, and you got through this and you got through that. Because you survived it. Welcome to another episode of Breaking the Silence, where you can unleash your inner voice. I am your host, Arthur Nikki Nicole, and season 5 is still going with some amazing people, doing some amazing things, going to the next level and winning. Over the past few seasons, you've seen pain uncovered, new talent was discovered, and transformation has occurred. Every episode has broke the silence in some type of way. And I will continue to shine that light, even in the darkness, to empower people to rise to the next level. It's time for us to be heard, it's time for us to be healed, and it's time to transform. So today's guest is, now I hope I get his name right because I'm probably going to mess it up a little bit. Bungy, Bodega, he gonna correct me either way. He is so talented. When I say he's talented, he's an artist, he's a model, he wears so many hats. I'm telling you. So I'm excited about sitting down and having this conversation with him today and finding out all the amazing things that he's doing. So after his countdown, please welcome him to the Breaking the Silence platform.
Running behind you, running. I can't be running behind you. No, running behind you. Running behind you, running. I can't be running behind you. No, running behind you. Straight running behind you.
How you doing?
What's up?
Thank
How
you
you
so much for
doing?
being a guest on my platform. I'm so excited. I saw you perform one time and I was like, yes, I gotta have him on the platform.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
So, my name is Bungy Bodega, which actually means brilliant understandings, now guiding you, break open doors, eventually gaining access. So, the name is not really a name, it's actually a sentence, and it's really an acronym. So, if you want to actually just, find your way, you got to find purpose in what you actually putting yourself out there as and who you are. And I find that as to be me.
Nice. So how did you start your journey in the music industry? How did that come about?
So I used to sing back in church, at my grandfather's church back here in Florence, South Carolina. And from then on, growing up, it went from singing to actually managing a few friends of mine. And then after then, it kind of led to actually going through some actual experiences of my own with life itself to now actually writing things down, because that was the last message that was given to me by one of my past friends, was to just kind of write things down. And so once I started going through what I went through, I would write, everything down. Like I would write every day. And so most of my songs is like from like 2019 till now, but I just been writing like every day. I didn't really, I'm a loner, so I don't really talk to much people. So I would just conversate with myself through the actual writings itself. So I'm really kind of talking to me in my music, but it's more so just kind of relaying everything out, just of like kind of what happened.
Right. So what is now you gave a little snippet about your stage name. What is the background on why you chose that name?
So the Bungy first was the first part, and so that came from just kind of always. I've always been the one to kind of have people underestimate me because I'm a very small person, and a lot of the situations that I've been in, I've always had to bounce back from. You know what I'm saying? So I took the meaning of like an actual bungee cord, and if you pull it back far enough, you kind of get a big release. You know what I'm saying? So I took that and I kind of ran with it. And I just looked at every situation that I've probably ever been in. I've always bounced back, or I would try to bounce back, as high as I can and as far as I can. It's just I just don't want any limitations being set upon me, and I just want to be looked at the same as kind of everyone out here in the world.
I love it. I like that. Now you said a bungee, like bouncing back from everything. So that means no matter what you go through, you're gonna bounce back.
It's wrong.
So
It's been a few things.
nice. I love it. So what influences have you had throughout your life and within the music industry that's helped, shape your unique style and flow?
Mm. I've worked with a few people from here to North Carolina to LA, New York. Um, it's been quite a few people. But kind of I'll give a shout out to my ones that's kind of back home. You know what I'm saying? That I really work with on a well, not really day-to-day basis, but like if I'm ever about to create, I'll call them. So I want to give a shout out to Kevin Mullins, with One Common Ground. Shout out to uh, Nathaniel Jolly with POE. I got You got Gandy. You got Ty Davis with what is it? More Than Words. It's a poetry spoken word team. Um, you got Lamonte Fourier. That's another artist out here in Florence, South Carolina. Um, you got Mike Sound. He's from the upstate. You got Majestic. You got Oh man, the list it goes on, but that's like my main few right there. That's like they started me off. You know what I'm saying? We had a show that they were running that I kind of behind the scenes with, called Hidden Gems, and that was my first show ever done back home here in Florence, South Carolina. They had it at the Healing Arts Exchange, and we it was three different shows that we done back then, and it was definitely an experience. And from then on, it just kind of went on from there, and I kind of just go with it now.
Nice. Kevin Mullins. Now that's my dude right there. I actually had the pleasure of meeting him. He was a guest on my platform. Then I went to one of his events in
Oh,
Marion.
oh my gosh, I don't mean to cut you off. And one more that's also with Kevin Mullins and Nathaniel Charlie. You got Nigel
Nice.
Madison. Yes, oh my gosh,
Yes.
Nigel. That's she 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 more behind the scenes with Kevin but it's like it's two peas in the pod with them. You
I
know what I'm
ain't
saying?
lying.
So you can't see one without the other. So
I know that's
that's who I
right.
roll with. Yes, well.
Yeah, her and Nigel, I got to meet both of them, and Nigel and Kevin, I got to meet them in person, and man, that was a good time. When they had an event with the artists in Marion. I'm actually from Mullins, so I know
Okay,
exactly where
okay.
Florence is. I just stay in North Carolina now, so I had to go back, and pull that talent. I wanted to go see that talent. So yes, it's
Yes, well.
so much talent in Florence and Marion County. It's crazy, crazy.
Yes,
So we're gonna
well.
get into one of your first songs. I'm gonna play a snippet for them. Write me
Okay.
back.
Oh, oh, you didn't write me back. No, you didn't write me back. No, write me back, write me back. Baby tryna call me.
So tell me the story behind that song. Take me back to when you first wrote that song.
Oh man. So that song is about there's this girl who it's hard to get off my mind honestly, and we have these times where like we get into it, and it gets real, what I'm saying, up and down with the love scene with her. So it's like every time like we get to a point where we ain't texting each other back, calling each other back, it's like the same message every time is why you not writing me back? Why you not hitting me back? You know what I'm saying? So I just kept hearing that for like a good month. You know what I'm saying? It's just why you not writing me back? Why you not calling me back the whole time? Like I'm focused, baby. I'm trying to work. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. If you want to do all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying, that come with living life, I gotta handle things first. So it's like before I can ever hit you back, I gotta get my focus on. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. So that's just it was a little fun track, but shout out to her for inspiring me with that song right there.
I love it. So now I always ask every artist that come across the platform if I say between the two, the lyrics and the beat, which one is the most impactful for you?
I'll say the beat because I'm real particular about what beats I probably might use, and then choosing what to say. Or most of the time, I got some poems that I turn into songs that are made without a beat. But then there's also some songs to where I write specifically to the beat. So it's like I already know what to say and what I'm going to talk about, but it's more so just finding the right beat to kind of just smooth it on out, and just add that little right there
Mm.
to it.
That's now see, that's shocking because everybody just about I can say maybe 50% says lyrics and 50% says beat. But the way I feel about it, yeah, the lyrics are impactful, but if that beat is not good, they're not gonna hear the lyrics. They're gonna skip and they're never gonna hear the lyrics. So you got to make sure you catch the audience with that beat first and
Yes,
then draw
ma'am.
them in with the lyrics.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you're writing your lyrics, do you start with well, you just said well, you start with the beat sometimes, or do you start with the words sometimes? How does that process look like for you?
For me, if I'm well with these previous tracks, I started with mainly the beat. If it's like if it's for a tape, I won't start with the beat. I'll find beats that match what I wrote. But if it's like a single, then I'll take a certain beat and then write to how that beat cadence is. So that's just kind of how that'll work.
So, as an independent artist, I know that there's been some rewarding times for you, but it's also been challenges too. So, what are some challenges you faced in the industry, and how has that influenced your growth as an artist?
Um, I say one of my biggest challenges is just mixing personal and business together. Uh, I it's I went into the game kind of at first thinking, you know what I'm saying, I thought everybody was like as friends, but then I realized it's just business, and it's like, okay, well, I don't, me personally, I don't mix, you know what I'm saying, my business with my personal, but my business is personal. So it's like, it's personal business that I do with this. So it's like, I can't just up and just put anything out or just work with anyone specifically just because of the morals I put towards what I'm working on. So it's like, if you can respect that, then we can maybe get somewhere on just actually creating. But whole time, I like to create more than I like to mix like any business side of, you know what I'm saying, any of that in the mix of what I'm doing, because it's hard for me to kind of focus on the two. Like, I don't like the, I can multitask, but I'm not gonna multitask with that. Like, it's either one or the other.
Right.
Like,
I can agree. I can agree with that because, like you say, your business is personal, but at the same time, in anything that you do, you're gonna eventually build connections with people. And that's the hard
mhm.
part about it because now you do have to kind of like separate it to a degree. And then as soon as something happens, then now business is bad now because it got personal.
Yeah.
So I feel you on that completely. So if you can name three people that you would like to collaborate with and create with, who would those people be?
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Okay. My top one is kind of, it's been my guy. He recorded a good bit of my tracks, which just been working with me behind the scenes a lot. But my guy Monte Foyer, that's my number one. Like, I need an EP and an album. I need both. I need both. That yeah. Uh, my second, mm, I would like somebody that like a very vocal woman. I I've met a few artists, but I'm still kind of like, mm, I'm sitting back kind of see who would like grasp me and like my music itself and be like, I might can work on that. You know what I'm saying? Or we can. I see where you're going. So just a vocalist, and then I'll say my third would be a band, not an actual like artist, but a band. I would like to work with a band and do a live performance. And
Nice.
instead of like my beats, instead of the beats playing, let's have some live instruments. So that'd be my three.
Now that'd be fire with those live instruments. Now, yes, I love it. So we're gonna get into your third, well, the second song. I said third. I'm pushing to that last song. Let's get into your next song, "Know You." I'm gonna play a
Oh,
snippet for
all
you.
right.
I feel that I know you, know you. But do you know me too? Do you know me too? I feel that I know you, know you. But do you know me too? Do you know me too? I feel that I know you. Do you know?
Now I like that song. I ain't gonna lie. What is the story behind that song? Take me back to when you wrote that song.
Okay, so know you is a very deep song personally for me because you can jam to it, yes. But see, it's really things I'm asking in the song to the audience or just to people listening. Like, do you really know a person because they can feel like they know you more than they know themselves? So it's like, do you know me, or do I know that you think you know me? You know, so
Mm-hmm.
it's just kind of all like in that perspective of just do you know what you think you know?
Yeah, you know what? I got that from that song too. That's probably why I like that song. I was like, yeah, I like this song because do you really know people? Like for real, for real.
Yeah.
People only give you what they want to give you about them. So do you
Yes.
really know somebody? So I got
Yes.
that from that song, and I was like, I was playing when I first heard it. I was like, wait a minute, let me run that back one more time. I was like, oh yeah, I like that song. That's my favorite. I ain't gonna lie, it's my
Yes,
favorite.
ma'am.
So, is there a particular song or verse that you're most proud of, and what inspired it?
Uh, in that song,
In any
mm,
song that would be your perfect song.
my well, my I'm gonna be honest. It really is this. It's a song. I'm not even gonna. But storytelling that it I cried to that song and I wrote it. But it's a very deep story that you got to really listen to read between the lines of what I'm saying, and you'll understand what really happened to me in the past to understand why I am where I am now. So it like it's it's one thing to tell a story, but the story that's being told hasn't been told before. So it's a fresh start of like what I'm starting with, telling my actual truth or just things that have occurred. But anybody will tell a story, but like Drake said, why let the story run if it's false? A wise man once said nothing at all.
Oh,
So
I like that. I like that. Yes, yes, I like that. Woo. So we all know that rap often pushes us, to those boundaries that you were just talking about. Are there like any particular topics you haven't, rapped about yet that you would probably want to rap about in the future?
I'm just getting started. Like these first few tracks was just like they're just like the basis of like what I really have in store. Like I haven't even I've been kind of just practicing with those tracks, like kind of seeing, what I'm saying, what I feel most comfortable in, and then what I'll just be pursuing more on in the future. So, like some tracks where like I kind of was like real outside the box with it, like falling over the edge. That was like one of my you know what I'm saying. That's a very far off song. But then you got songs like Know You, where it's like I'm straightforward with what I'm talking about, and I'm telling it straight to you. But it's just
Let
it's
me
things
find
like
out.
that.
Find out you scratching the surface, talking about you just getting started. So I wonder
Oh
what you
yeah,
gonna be
because
doing next year.
I don't even have any features like that really, except for just like one or two. So working with others is gonna be my next thing. That's gonna really like, oh, he's really an artist now. He's
Okay.
creating with others too, and then how that will go and just kind of play out. Because I also shoot my own music videos, so being able
Okay.
to write the vision out and then show it to you, so your eyes can read on to it too. Okay, now
Right.
I'm gonna really grasp your attention now. So
Let me find out.
you're
You
gonna
about to
listen and you're gonna
shake the
watch.
world.
Yes.
Okay, so I
Yes.
have one more question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
If you could have a conversation with your future self, what would you say?
I would ask myself, would it all be worth it? And when I say would it all be worth it, I mean as in, is everything I'm going through now, it am I taking the right steps to lead to that future self, or am I really just walking down a path that's going to lead to the same results I got before? But the way it's been going, once you fall a few times, eventually once you get back up, you won't realize that it don't take a bunch of steps, but you can actually crawl too, or you can
Mhm.
jump. It just
Yep.
depends on how you want to go around the obstacles that you face. So, but that's that little slight military training with that,
I
little
like
boot
that
camp.
answer. I like the answer. So now we're down to what I like to call the 30 seconds of fame. So I'm gonna play one of your songs running behind you. And then after that song plays, you're gonna be up here by yourself. I have to tell everybody you're gonna be up here by yourself. And this is gonna be
Okay.
your time to shine to tell everybody what's next for you, where to find those amazing songs and support you. So I'm gonna play
Yes,
running
ma'am.
behind you and then spotlight is on you.
All right.
Running behind you, running. I can't be running behind you. No, no, running behind you. Running behind you, running. I can't be running behind you. No, no, running behind you. Trade running behind you.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? It's your guy, Bungy Bodega. I appreciate everybody tuning in and just rocking with me for, what I'm saying, a long while that we've been running. We've been bouncing around all over the place. You can also find me on Instagram at the real Bungy Bodega, BUNGYBODGA. You can find me on Apple Music at Bungy Bodega, BUNGYBODEGA. You can find me on TikTok at therealBB999. And I just want to say love to everybody. And, you know, till next time on, the next interview. And you got to wait and see what's more to come. That's all I can really say.
I know that's right, because it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be
Yes,
fire. I
ma'am.
already know. But thank you so much for taking the time out with me today. If there's any way that I can support you further on this journey, I do music promos every month. So if you
Yes, ma'am.
drop a new song or there's a particular playlist you want me to play, send me those songs and I highlight those songs as well. And I
Yes,
also
ma'am.
forward songs along to other people to keep you shining too. So I'm in
Yes,
it to
ma'am.
win it with you. So we're gonna go
All
to the
right.
top together. We're gonna do this together. So if there's anything I can do for you on my end, please stay in
Yes, ma'am.
contact and let me know. And when you drop them songs, drop it to me and I'm gonna share it.
Yes, yes,
Period.
ma'am.
Period. So much success to you. Thank you again for supporting me on this journey. And because of that, I'm gonna support you for life. Got you.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
having me.
You're welcome. And thank you to everyone else out there that's tuning into this amazing episode. Y'all heard the music. Don't play with me. Y'all heard the music. I'm telling you, I saw him on Facebook performing. I was like, yes, I got to get him up here so I can further highlight him. I love to see artists use their talents. Man, let me tell you something. I'm gonna play something at the end, a snippet of one of his. He didn't even know this was coming. His video, that he has out, and so you're gonna further see what I mean by he is a great artist. So I hope that you've enjoyed this conversation today. I hope it's encouraged you and it was a reminder that whatever you want to achieve in your life, you can still do it. And as we continue this journey, remember, that your voice matters, your life matters, and no matter what you're trying to accomplish, just think about it, believe it, and you can achieve it. So I encourage you to reflect, share, and continue to break the silence in your own life. Later.
Just like that.
I know, like, the driving is one thing. Once you hit the skies and you start hitting those lanes up there.
Yeah.
I'm feeling better than ever. Better than ever. Better than ever. I'm feeling better than ever. Better than ever. Better than ever. Feeling better than ever, living life how I see fit. Where you say what I am, even though I would not be it. Love myself, I don't need no one around. Get into that mode every time playing sound. Every time I leave mine, greet about other states. Passport, different countries, go ahead, save your day. Sitting at the top, lonely elevation, one in that plan. Times feeling exposed to life in the mirror, I see my only fan. Trying to pretend that her child that made me become a man. Her how they put under, so inside I had to understand. I could really do whatever, don't gotta think I can. That's why I'm telling you that the feeling was, I'm feeling better than ever. Better than ever. Better than ever. I'm feeling better than ever. Better than ever. Better than ever. Really be on a getaway, trying to really get a day. It's BP forever, but it's time to change the state. Like, I'ma do this, then I'ma get out the way. January, February, March, April, if I may. Underlay, let's go. Baby, we in a spaceship, we not doing the metro. Got a whole soul, that's why the feelings get retro. Gotta stop calling my phone, but still get your text though. Party got sit next though, remember slicing up the next though. She leave me on my neck, yo, she heard I'm getting checked though. Teasing about this cheddar now, getting sent love letters like Bungy, your music amazing, you got me. I'm feeling better than ever. Better than ever. Better than ever. I'm feeling better than ever. Better than ever. Better than ever.
Isaiah, you made this?
It's good stuff. No roads, no curves, no stoplights, no traffic. Right?
Straight.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.